I've never done a biotic playthrough before, so I think that'll be kind of fun. Feel bad about Jenkins, man.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
I guess we could say all this stuff then. Why is Williams here? Did I ask this stuff?
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Good. She's probably better than Jenkins. Sorry, Jenkins. I love you, man.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Elcor agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Pissed off about the Geth.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
Wanted to talk?
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
Got nothing to hide.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
Council's probably
I'll stand
racist.
behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Dude, a Spectre killed another Spectre. That's gotta be some... That's gotta be, like, illegal. That's gotta be a higher vampire killing another higher vampire. You just don't do that. Hates humans?
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
A vision.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
A warning, war, or death? I mean, I'm just gonna always say the top option, because if we're trying to do full-on Paragon, I think it's probably best that we say all these options up here. I don't know, we'll see. It definitely was a warning for sure.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
Heck are we gonna say, man? There for a short while. Bottom options are almost always Renegade, and the upper ones almost always Paragon. Yeah, I figured that, yeah.
What are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll stop him. Not if I can help it. That option sounds so much better. You're right.
I'll find some way to take him down.
Still the
It's
same.
not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
Understood, sir.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel.
Ooh.
We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Citadel's awesome. One of my favorite places in the Mass Effect universe. It's so awesome. Alright, let's take a look around here. Let's go ahead and save it. Do a hard save here. Oh man, it's so cool to be playing this game again. We need to get that farmer guy that saw the Saren kill Nihilus. Replenish Codex. Yeah, we got a lot of codexes to read. I think whenever we get ready to end the stream, I think we'll probably check out some of those codexes before we end. Talk to Ashley first. Actually, you know what? No, let's talk to the doctor. Maybe she can tell me what happened.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Personal questions?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Any regrets?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Captain Anderson.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
About Caden. Caden Elenko. Caden or Kaiden? It's Caden.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
An L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Elenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaiden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Kaiden. Yeah, he's also Cartho Nasa. Alright, that's cool.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Ooh, Shepard's Locker. Hello. Oh, nice. Okay. We're going to be doing a lot of interesting equipment stuff for sure. So even though that there's a lot of dialogue options, it goes pretty quick. It's not like we're spending like 10 minutes on people. Like, it's less than 5 for sure.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Oh, you don't want to talk to me, huh?
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Alright. It's down over here. We gotta go back up to the bridge to talk with Joker, but let's see what's going on over here. What are you two doing? Yeah, that's right, I'm in here. What kind of conversation are we having here? Is this where the secret lovers hang out? Okay, alright, whatever. You will talk to me one day. Can we talk to Ashley?
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
He'll be missed.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
Hey, you earned it, girl.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
How are you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Hey, you helped.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
Glad to have you aboard.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Give me that Paragon. Okay. What's over here? Oh, this is Captain Anderson's place here. What's up, dude? What are you looking at?
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I can't wait to see the Citadel. It's gonna be awesome. Dunga, dunga, dunga. Okay. Wait, what is... What's up this way? I know there's an elevator and all, but what is this? Oh. Navigator Presley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're gonna go speak with... Well, let's go back and check that elevator, actually. Let's just go ahead and do it. Better be safe than sorry, right? I have no idea where it goes. Going down. So, this might be the crew quarters, maybe? Nope. This is the, storage. To change a squad member's equipment, target the member's locker and press E. I don't want to do that right now. They're fine. Ah, yes. The Mako, the Mako, however you want to pronounce it. We'll be writing this. Codex. Ah, cool. We can read that. Requisition officer to purchase new equipment. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's look at the Mako real quick. Ships and vehicles.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed
Look
on
at all the
virtually any
lore.
world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapons support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element Zero core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
That's the Mako. So yeah, we have a lot of things. Everything in the primary, this guy will read it aloud, so we don't have to. Everything in secondary, though, we will have to read on our own. But I don't think I'll read most of that. Most of that stuff I'll probably just look up off stream or something. But I think some of those primary ones, it's probably a good idea to keep up with that.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What do you got?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Pay you?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Licenses?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands.
Oh.
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Manufacturers?
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Okay. New items?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Okay, cool. So we'll have to keep an eye out for licenses for this guy then.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
It's pretty cool. Heavy armor. Can't wear it. Light armor. 12,000 credits. We've only got 1,000. We're freaking poor. Man. Unique item, huh? I guess we can buy these. Carry more grenades and metagel. I think those are pretty good. Definitely worth the purchase. Okay. Well, let's check what's over here. I think this is the engine room, I think. Yep. This is the engine here. Engineer Adams. Man, look at that. That looks awesome. Gotta find that stuff so we can read it in the codex later on. See if this guy talks to us or not.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Yep, I agree. Element 0 core. Nice. Remington says, "Why is this music so tense?" It's so creepy, right? It's because we're like, you need to go see Joker. Oh my god, is he gonna be there? Is he not gonna be there? Are we gonna be able to dock the ship? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go do that right now. Shepard looks awesome. A lot of people like the female Shepard, aka Fem Shep. I have never played female Shepard, so I don't know, but I think a lot of people really like the actress that plays the character. That's pretty cool. I don't know what this is, but yeah, let's do that. Find stuff on the ship and get some XP for it. Oh god. Probably save it as well. Alright, let's go talk to Joker now. Joker, what up, dude?
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
There she is.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to dock 422.
The Normandy. Citadel loading screen. The Citadel.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Seren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
Yep.
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
He's dangerous.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Yeah.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Yeah. Politics are bad. Except in video games, you know?
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Sure is peaceful here.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
So this is the Citadel. It goes all the way around like that. It's got different sections that we're going to be able to go and explore. Pretty much the main hub in this area. All kinds of governments and stuff are located here. All the different alien races, governments and stuff is kind of located here. Let's see. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Rho cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before a team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do you want to send in a recon team? I think this is a side quest that we just found here. So whatever we get free roam, we'll be able to go there and go down on the planet and find wherever that location is. Alright, let's freaking do it. Let's go over here first. Oh god.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right.
This guy's talk so slow.
In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
I believe this alien race is called the Elcors. So let's talk with them and see what's happening here. Let's talk with some new aliens.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
EarthClan. Man, all these aliens be racist, man. Let's talk about the Volus. That's the alien race these guys are called. The other guys are Elcors.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
How about the history?
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Oh, too bad. About your culture.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Yeah, I don't think you can... I don't really think you can defend yourself. Okay, so we asked about that embassy.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Yep.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Oh my. Ambassador?
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Council admit it?
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Let's see if we get renegade points for asking this. Why so cranky?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Alright, that's it for the Volus.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
We didn't get any renegade points for that, which is fine. Let's talk to the slow Elcors now. This is going to be...
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Your speech.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Let's learn about the Elcor.
Tell me more about your species.
Tell me
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
History.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Cool, so they've got history with the Asari, which we will meet them coming up here pretty shortly. We've already seen one. Culture.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Ambassador.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Alright.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
So is this someone we can talk to as well?
Hello there, human.
Yep.
Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
Fine with me. What's wrong, though?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Consort?
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where is she?
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Good day. Alright. So, there was the Elcor and the Volus race there. Let's go learn about a little bit more here. Can't go in there yet.
Big place.
Yeah.
This place is a little too perfect. Like they're hiding something.
Oh, really?